If you haven't been living under a rock, you know that there's been a lot of steam picking up around the narratives surrounding SGA and that he's an alleged free throw merchant. He's a flopper, but I think it's very important that we look at what former players and people around the league have to say about SGA. So let's see what they have to say. Former Thunder player Raymond Felton says James Harden started the foul banning, and he doesn't understand why it's an issue now that SGA is doing it. He says they always want to make an excuse when somebody's being successful. I don't understand it. He also says he doesn't understand why it's such a big issue. Not one person's talking about it. Literally everybody's talking about it, which is true. Michael Wilbon, longtime NBA analyst, says if SGA wins the title this year, kids around the world are going to start learning how to flop. I mean, this one's kind of funny. He says there will be kids on the playground learning how to flop. Longtime NBA announcer Tim Legler says that a lot of people want to make it about the whistle every time OKC wins because they don't like OKC, but he says they are just simply the better team. Mike Greenberg, longtime TV host for the show Get Up on ESPN, says SGA deserves his 2 MVPs and he may be on a path for being one of the greatest players of all time. That's true, but it's also true that watching him sometimes may not be fun. I actually think this is a fair perspective. Longtime Knicks announcer Mike Breen says, does SGA sell calls sometimes? Absolutely. But so does everybody else in the NBA. Everyone only cares now because they're winning. When they weren't a championship contender, nobody was complaining. Richard Jefferson, former NBA player, says if you take away free throws from the game of basketball, he's still a top 2 or 3 in scoring. That's how many buckets he gets. Then he kind of shuts this idea around surrounding narratives and says that narratives can be driven without people trying to actually impose it. I feel like a lot of people around the game have different opinions and perspectives on SGA, but it's certainly important to look at what these people have to say. And if you want to bet on SGA tonight in Game 6, head over to MyBookie and you can do just that.